we'll see a squad from the back. The Akron Zips taking on the winners of 4 straight, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And the Seminoles will kick it away to start. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Zips offense will take the field first. And it was a rough showing last week, and it all started with the quarterback, Jesse.
Yeah, he looked lost in that last game. I thought the defense did a really good job of confusing him, mixing up their looks and their pressure. So, no different today. The defense obviously watched the film, and they're going to come out and they're going to try to do the exact same thing and get this guy rattled. So this quarterback, he has to know what to expect early in this window.
If I'm his offensive coordinator, I want to get started off on the right foot, man. Get the ground game going. Make it easy, because last week was such a disaster. We want to turn the page. We need some confidence. We need some good mojo. First drive, we need something good to happen early so we can forget about that last week.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
You got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
Hauls it in. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered to pick up the first. This crowd full throat, spreading the eardrums and letting him know it's going to be a long day. Back to throw, it's Lovett. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
Coaches talk about third downs all the time. They emphasize it in football games, and that's a great start for this defense. They're ready for the pass, nice coverage in the back end. They get the sack, and they set the tone in this football game.
And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stops. So the Florida State Seminoles offense will get the ball for the first time. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. It'll be interesting to see what they do today.
The RPO fires complete to the left. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. The Seminoles are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. On 3rd and short, the run and looking for the first down. And he needed 1 yard, and he didn't get it. The defense won the battle up front. So we're scoreless, their first drive of the game, and this coach is wasting no time taking a gamble by going for it on 4th down in his own territory. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. And the Noles come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on 1st down. It's complete. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Pulls and throws out the RPO. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
And you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2. The Noles with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Dropping back, it's Cornelius. Pulls it in, it's Clark. Breaks into the open. He goes out of bounds after the big play, but there is a penalty marker on the field. Let's see what that one's about. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. The Seminoles now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Second down, he'll throw it. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
Well, the quarterback led his target too much on that outbreaking route. I think in the future, just trying to put it on his front shoulder makes it a lot easier to make the catch.
Safe completion on the screen. Almost popped free on the screen, but he stopped short of the line to gain. It's fourth down.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up fourth and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
Punt goes out of bounds, and a really nice job as they stick them deep in their own end. They'll mark it around the 10. Akron has it back, ready to send that offense back onto the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Use the play fake, now to throw. They're going to get him for a safety, tried to make something out of nothing and still got stuck for the 2.
You could tell the defense smelled it. They knew exactly where they were on the field, put the pressure on him, got him down in the end zone. Safety, baby.
Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. They'll crank up this drive from the 30-yard line. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last... Turning it on! Oh, he got loose! A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
This guy's done a lot of good things early this year throwing the football. With that last completion, that now takes him over 1,000 yards passing for the year.
From the shotgun, the inside give. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
That is a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese. Exactly what I said. Great get off. Great job getting in the backfield, making the play.
Catch in the middle. It's Abraham. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
That RPO play was run to perfection. The run fake forced and sucked the defense up, and a nice job on the route by the receiver, not telegraphing that he was breaking to the inside on the slant.
He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. It's complete. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
Stop me when you've heard this before. First down. First down. First down. Just continuing to put first downs together. So far, this defense just can't find any answers.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Can the D deny them on second and goal? They'll run it. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read. Read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
Heftiness coming out on the goal line.
Flip it. Moves.
They want to dance their way in on third and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Florida State. They'll try to add another to their lead.
And I love it. I love the physicality of this offense. It's third and goal. I trust my offensive line to pave the way, give the ball to my running back, and know he's going to physically punch this thing into the end zone.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Zips take over in Akron, ready to get that offense to work. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball. So they got to do something here offensively to get into a rhythm, running and throwing the football. Try to find that consistency.
And try to find something positive with this offense. Forget about the safety. Those don't happen very often. Try to get some first downs together, get some good mojo going.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with second and 10. Got enough for the first. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
Looking to throw, it's Lovett. Moves around to clear up the vision. Turns it on in midfield. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit.
And this QB, man, how about it? It's a pass play. He's dropping back to pass. He realizes it's man-to-man, and as they start to chase their guys down the field, well, nobody's got me, and I can just take off, and I've got speed. He chews up ground so easy, so frustrating for a defense to have to deal with a guy like this.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to pass. He's got him this time.
Really nice discipline by that receiver against man coverage because you know that throw is going to be contested with a defender in your back pocket. He fights back to the football. He fights through contact and shows really strong hands on the catch.
He'll try to pick it up on the ground. Runs through a tackle. And from this angle, I don't think he got the first down. The defense won at the line of scrimmage.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Oh, he missed it. No good. Opportunity to crawl within a touchdown, but the missed field goal leaves us with a 9-point game. They'll try to put a drive together starting from the 36. On the ground, it's Weaver. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. They've got it at the 41, 3rd and short, trying to keep the chains moving. Back to pass, it's Cornelius. Quick strike complete. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. We've come to the end of the period, and Florida State has the lead. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. They'll leave it with him. He's stopped for no gain again. Back-to-back runs, and they have nothing to show for it except facing a 3rd and long. Trying to pick up a first down. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. The short hands, it's Clark. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker.
Now, 4th down.
The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
Timeout, Florida State.
And the Seminoles will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Excellent job on the punt. Bounces out of bounds at the 5, and they'll have 95 yards to go in front of them. Akron has it back, ready to send that offense back onto the field. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish strong.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down the end zone.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Pressure coming. They come up with their second safety of the game. You don't see that very often.
Well, the defense could smell blood in the water in that situation, and a great job pursuing, getting to the football, showing you all of that athleticism they have, and they come away with the safety.
Return is brought down at the 28, and your Florida State Seminoles will take over.
All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. Let's see if they can put together a drive starting from their own 28. Quickly complete. Quick step and go. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
QB, excellent location on that throw. Out route against man coverage, you cannot miss. If you throw that behind, that might be a pick six. So nice job by the quarterback with his accuracy.
He'll keep it himself. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense. Understand, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
Snagged in the middle. It's John. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. The Seminoles come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. On 3rd and short, just trying to get enough for the first down. And he was able to run through a tackle. They finally get him, but not until he picks up the first down. That carry puts him over 2,500 yards for his career.
And it's been really fun to watch this guy's development in college football. He's gotten bigger, stronger, and faster in every game. He just seems to get a little bit better. That's a pretty nice milestone to hit.
A nice milestone, nice consistency, nice durability. Takes you being healthy, and this guy's really done a good job throughout his career being that lead guy and putting up numbers.
And the Seminoles will line it up on 1st and 10. Leaves it with the running back. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
They get it down to the 7 on that pass play, in prime position for a score. The Seminoles line it up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Looking for a pass to the end zone to the right. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown Seminoles. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further.
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Zips take over at Akron, ready to get that offense to work. They've fallen into this big hole, and they are pretty desperate for answers right now. They'll run it from the gun. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
Navigates that mass of bodies and gets 4 out to the 17. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Looking to throw, it's Lovett. Got him downfield. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line.
When you're going to run a comeback route, you've got to sell like you're going deep, and that was a great job there by the receiver, really making that corner think he was running deep down the field. So we got the corner to turn his hips, turn his shoulders, and then the receiver was able to just pivot around and make it an easy pass and catch.
They'll get him at the 45, but he got 10 on that one.
Slant routes, they're good against man coverage, but they're good against zone coverage too. If that receiver can find the soft spot between the linebacker and the DB, you'll take that throw all day.
Wants to throw on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Barnes. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. The Zips come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
I think the offensive coordinators out there going, thank goodness we don't play them every week. This defense has been suffocating. This offense got to find something moving forward that they can hang their hat on, some kind of identity. Today they were shut down, but listen, there's a game next week, right? Like, got to continue to find what it is that makes this team go, that makes them tick, that makes them get first downs and hopefully move the football.
So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. And the Zips will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
And it was a nice job in play calling too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. He's got it on the right. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 25. To the air, it's Cornelius. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. And the Noles send out the punt unit. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. He will signal for the fair catch and take it just inside the 35. Akron has it back, ready to send that offense back onto the field. They just haven't been able to get anything going, and they better get started or it's going to get away from them, David.
Yeah, and these are the weeks that you really wish that you were playing a video game and you could just reset the console, start over, Jesse, and make something better happen early.
It just looked like they're sleepwalking in this first half, and it's not just one guy. They just haven't been playing collectively as a unit. And if I'm the head coach, I'm considering starting to give some other dudes some chances here.
They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Well, they've done nothing on offense so far, but if they can put some points on the board before halftime, it could really change things.
No doubt. Go into the locker room with some good juices, some good vibes, and momentum can switch a game in a heartbeat. But this offense hasn't had much to cheer about yet. That play gives them one play. Now let's go build on it and make something happen before the half.
To the air on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Barnes. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
Wants to throw again. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
This guy's gotten off to a good statistical start, guys. With that last completion, he's already now over 1,000 passing yards on the season, and man, you know he's looking for more.
Dropping back, it's Lovett. Got it set up on the outside. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack.
That's exactly what I would tell this quarterback to do. Throw that ball away. Don't force it. Don't create a turnover down here in the red zone. We still got a few more.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Zips.
And that touchdown is so big for this offense, right? Because here at the end of the half, you're just trying to find positives you can build upon in the second half. And right when it was looking like this game was starting to get away from them, they're able to execute, score, and that's going to help their confidence.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. A full field of defensive backs trying to take away the deep ball. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. The give to the back. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, guys, looks like we've got a great one in Tallahassee going on.
The Zips will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Looking to throw, it's Cornelius. With the catch, it's Clark. Nice job by this guy finding the slot guy on a drag.
Yeah, the receiver just working his way across the field, giving his quarterback a nice, easy target. That's an easy completion.
The Noles can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. He'll do it himself. Crosses the 45. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on.
The defense has got to do a better job with assignment football. Somebody has to be accounting for the quarterback on these run plays. You know you're going to see it. You've seen it on film. The option play, nobody home. He just takes off. That's an easy first down pickup for the offense. Moving forward now, the defense, they've got to settle in, and they've got to start playing better when it comes to assignment football.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. To the air on 2nd down. Gets open down the middle. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it in the 28. It's first down.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Not the second half start they'd hoped for. Couldn't find much breathing room to return it, but the interception has this offense in business at the 27. This drive will start at their own 27-yard line. From the shotgun, they'll run it. This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. We talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a...
Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Was looking for a little more daylight for a big return, but he'll settle for the pick and setting his offense up at the 24. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Drives into the defense, and they get him down after a pickup of 3 to the 16.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run.
Trying to get it in. Touchdown, no! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Zips take over at Akron, ready to get that offense to work. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
A little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Wants to throw. It's Lovett. Unloads to the right. Makes the grab. They mark him out of bounds at the 42, and they are on the move. It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. Looking downfield on 1st down. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this, and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
Yeah, nice job by the defense staying glued to him, getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football, knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Wants to keep it in the air. Quickly complete. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. He's going to reach for a long one, a 52-yard attempt. And this one is perfect. That'll trim the deficit to 15.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on 4th down so much easier. Just trot him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Caught in the backfield, it's Abraham. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
To the air, it's Cornelius. He's got the back in the middle. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Quick completion to the right. He'll be forced out of bounds. Let's mark it at the 48-yard line as this offense continues its work.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
They'll leave it with the lone back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And how frustrating is that? You're that running back. Where were you supposed to go? There was absolutely no lane for him on that play.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there. The Seminoles decide to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. He'll make the fair catch at the 13, and they will have less than favorable field position here. Akron has it back, ready to send that offense back onto the field. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on offense.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe some more balance. And listen, it's nice to have that weapon and kick long field goals. If you kick too many field goals, you don't get very many W's.
From the gun, running back on the move. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And that is exactly why you stick to running the football. Haven't had a lot of success, but boom, you pop one, right? That's what you got to do. You cannot become one-dimensional.
Oh, it's picked off. Oh, at the worst possible time. Bringing it back. Touchdown, Florida State. The defense gets it done with that huge interception return.
I'll tell you what, as a DB, you're lucky if you get 1 pick six in your entire football life. This guy had one last game. He's got one this game. Quarterbacks are going to stop throwing his way.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
ACC action, fellas, and all week there's been intrigue about this one. Wake Forest is getting blitzed right now at home in front of that loyal fan base. Loyal, but my goodness, that's being tested today. They're trailing by 24 to Duke. Any major changes in this ACC standoff, you'll hear about them first from us, gentlemen.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Bring in the heat. He'll try to do it himself. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet.
You got to be impressed with the quarterback on that last play because he's already been sacked a ton of times in this game. He knows he does not have a lot of time to survey the field, get through his progression. So as soon as he feels a lane to take off and run, he's going to take it. And a really nice job.
Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong that can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action.
And the Zips have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Dropping back, it's Lovett. Sets up the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time.
Well, they're trying to set up the screen pass to the running back, just nowhere to go after he caught the football. The defense completely swarmed around him, and that's a loss.
3rd down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Flips it out on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. The Zips will line up to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. He's got it. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. Final play of the quarter coming. Looking to throw on first down. Got his man on the right. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this third period. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. The RPO, it's complete. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now. They may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone coverage.
There he goes. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down.
And the defense down in this game, they just can't do anything to stop this offense at this point, David. Right now, they know they're going to be trying to run the football and try and ice the game, but there's nothing at this point it seems they can do. Yeah, and it's frustrating. I got to sell out, man. I got to bring as many guys to the line of scrimmage as I can. I got to find a way to get this ball back to my offense. The clock is not my friend, and them running the football is only going to run this thing out quicker. I got to find a way to make something happen, strip the football, do something.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. Not a lot there. Picks up 1 inside the 20 to the 19.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. Field goal is good. And now the lead is extended a little further. They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Zips take over at Akron, ready to get that offense to work. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
And he runs into a wall, maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Looking to pass. It's Lovett. Lofts one deep down the right side. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's pass, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
They'll go to the ground. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. And the Seminoles with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. The give to the single back. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. 3rd and short now. They snap it from their own 46. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. They just needed inches. Instead, they lost 3 feet. What a play by the defense. The Seminoles will try to pin them back with the punt. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Akron has it back, ready to send that offense back onto the field. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. He threw a pick the last time they had it. Now they have to take care of the football. They'll give it to the back. He gets nothing, and they keep plowing ahead with the running game, and they've got very little to show for it. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. On the ground, it's Rousseau. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Zips are way behind the sticks on this 3rd and forever. Scanning the field, it's Lovett. Throws to the wideout. And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback and this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. First snap of this drive comes from their own 44. He leaves it with his back. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Seminoles can really attack on this 2nd and short. Leaves it with the back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
He fires to the left side. Oh, he makes the play. It's intercepted. Looking for more room. After making the interception, he sets up his offense by running it back to the 39.
Never say die attitude, and I love that, especially in these young players, because they're out there competing. And I know the scoreboard right now doesn't look pretty. They're not going to come back and win this football game, but I just love kids that are competing until there's zeros on the clock.
And he's brought down, but a flag is also down.
Hold it.
Well, when your quarterback has already been sacked 4 times, shouldn't be some big surprise if the O-line gets called for holding. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them, because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it, but the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front 7 has dominated this entire game.
The Zips need their binoculars to find that line to gain here on 3rd down. They'll try the run. He cannot get there. It'll be 4th down. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Grabbed in the middle, it's Barnes. He's not going to make it, and what a big stop for this defense, and they might be able to put this thing away. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. They'll put the ball in play from their own 30-yard line. The give as they work on that clock. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
This is an area of the game on offense you've got to be able to run the football well. You've got the lead in the 4th quarter, and obviously you're in your own end here, but you want to bleed the clock. You want to stay on the field and keep getting first down, so you have to be able to run it.
The officials stop the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. The Seminoles come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. It'll be a run on 3rd and short. Didn't get much, picked up a yard, and that will leave them with 4th and 2. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Noles line up to punt it away. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. On the run, it's Rousseau. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Zips with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. To the air. It's Lovett. Finds his big tight end. And he's got enough for the 1st down. It'll be at the 35.
To the tight end.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Wide open downfield. Good pickup there as he gets the 1st down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
And after giving up that completion, guys, I wonder if the defense is going to decide to stay in zone or maybe mix things up, a little more man coverage, maybe blitz.
The offense calls timeout. It's the 2nd one they've used this half. The Zips have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Finds his big tight end. Brought down at the 32-yard line. Picks up 15 yards on the play and an important 1st down. New set of downs after the completion. Defense in press coverage. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
Not able to hook up the air, incomplete.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Grabbed behind the line. It's Rousseau. He ended up going backwards on the play, and they will not convert that 3rd down. 4th down and 12 is 4-down territory for this offense. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And it's knocked away, and they don't convert on 4th down.
This is exactly how you draw it up. This is a situation where you can have all the easy stuff. We're not giving up the big